A few men appear to lead the raft full of parents and young children to the U.S. side.
There's a really, really big story going on regarding immigration.
Clown alert. Greg Gutfeld, Fox News.
But it's going on outside of this show. Right now, if you turn on any other channel, viewers are being sold the idea that America is the land of white supremacy. Yet right now we are seeing thousands, tens of thousands, and it will be millions of non-white people risking life and limb to come to America. Why would they do that? If they believed what they saw on CNN, that we are a nation of racists, why are they coming? Because they know that it's not true.
The immigrants know it's not true that America is racist? Or, Greg, could it be that the conditions of the immigrants' home countries are so bad that it all outweighs their concerns about racism and white supremacy in the United States? Think about it. People are leaving all they have and risking their lives to travel to the United States, a country that will inevitably marginalize them. It's textbook desperation, and perhaps beyond the intellectual capacity of one Greg Gutfeld. Hello, everybody. I'm David Shuster, and thanks for joining us. Greg Gutfeld was so proud of himself. He thought he had debunked racism and hated America, although anyone with any sense of logic can see his argument is absurd. What kind of mental juggling is Gutfeld attempting? He doesn't want immigrants entering the United States, but is using their efforts to come here as a way to trick his viewers into thinking the United States isn't plagued with racism? The grift and clown car never stops rolling with this guy. The sad thing is that this insane Gutfeld argument may actually get through to many people in the Fox News audience. That's how dumbed down the Fox viewers have become, courtesy of the cynical and irresponsible Fox News hosts. And by the way, Greg, one of the many reasons we know that racism exists in America is because your network peddles it for a profit. Racism and bigotry are what Fox News spreads.
Shut up and dribble.
Oh, did I really run that clip? Well, Greg, maybe you and Laura can get together and talk about it before your next show on stilts or a fire-breathing juggling act. And it is an act, as we all know. The rest of us outside of the Fox News universe actually report on and keep track of real America, not the delusional version you feed your viewers. Remember the Atlanta spa shootings? Given the more recent mass shooting in Colorado and the pace of these massacres, it's probably hard for Greg and his friends to keep track of all the angry white males carrying out gun violence. But the Atlanta shootings underscored America's misogyny and racism, and the police response underscored white privilege.
And he was pretty much fed up and kind of at the end of his rope, and yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
Yes, a police captain recounted the bad day the killer had without a shred of empathy for the really bad day that the 8 victims and their families had, and the incredible grief the community is going through. But according to Greg Gutfeld and likely others at Fox News, there is no racism or white privilege in America because look at all of those people along the southern border who are trying to come here. Regarding Greg Gutfeld, there's an old saying about clowns that seems appropriate. Hating them is a waste of time because you'll never loathe a clown as much as he loathes himself. And by that measure, maybe we should feel sorry for Greg Gutfeld. The self-loathing in his case must be intense, as underscored by a recent moment when he pretended to not know his show was back from a break and on air live.
Time now for one more thing.
I gotta pee, I gotta pee.
You're on the air.
Greg.
So pathetic. And Gutfeld's sense of self is delusional. More importantly, though, racism is no laughing matter. It is real in the United States and remains deeply embedded in our society. At some point, if we're ever going to begin to solve it, we would all be wise to stop buying the nonsense and remedial thinking from the gang at Fox News. They may think it is entertaining. It is not. And at some point, all of us need to live in reality.